Hello everyone, I'm Angela Hart. I'm from Heart of the Earth, where we bring you sustainable news and views about God's creation, our community, and everyone's environment. Because in the beginning, sustainability was God's idea. Hi everybody, I'm Angela Hart. Welcome to segment 2 of Heart of the Earth. We're going to be interviewing Charles DiBartolo. He's the president of Better Biz Works here on Staten Island, and he's also very involved with our community. He donates a lot of his time to different organizations, and I'd like him to tell you about that. But today he's going to also speak about digital business tools and marketing, and it's a big help to our small businesses on Staten Island, so I thought it would be great to have him come on and teach us these things. Welcome to the show, Charlie.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here.
Good to be here.
I'm glad you're here. First, Charlie, would you be kind enough to share about some of the organizations, starting with the Rotary, other organizations that you volunteer with? It's so important what you do for the community, and I like people to know about these things.
Sure. Well, I'm president-elect of the North Shore Rotary. We meet at the Staten on Thursday evenings, 7 o'clock, and we get together, try to do well for the community and for the world in any way we can. But I've been involved with the Rotary about 6 years, this Rotary, about 6 years.
Which other Rotaries have you been part of?
I was in Vernon, New Jersey, back when I was 25 years old.
Oh.
And then Carteret, maybe about 10 years ago.
What do you
or
like
more.
about the Rotary Club? Why do you like to be involved with them?
Well, it's a great organization of people all over the world, where when we get together, we get a lot of things done. And we try to help make the world a better place.
Charlie, what other organizations have you been involved with here that you volunteer your time?
Well, I like to, I work with the Boy Scouts on Staten Island, and I'm on the board of the Staten Island Boy Scouts. I also am involved with organizations that help small businesses. So I work with the SBDC, with SCORE, with West Brighton Development Center, and New York City Business Solutions.
This is what I love. I love having community members on who give back. And tell me more about what you do with the Boy Scouts.
Well, it started out that my son is a Boy Scout, so I got involved one hour a week, supposedly, with the Boy Scouts. And what wound up happening was you get more and more involved. You see what good it does for the boys. And then my friend Chris Williams, which I believe you interviewed too, got me involved on the board, and I try to help with the fundraisers and things
important.
like that.
That's important. Not many people want that job of having to ask people for money.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
And who else? SCORE. What do you do? What is SCORE? Tell the viewers.
SCORE is Senior Corps of Retirement Executives, and basically they volunteer their time to work with small businesses, and that's what they do. They're free. So is SBDC. So is West Brighton Development. So is New York City Business Solutions.
And
so
you consult to all those?
I either speak for them, work on their committees, consult with them, or work on websites and marketing for them.
Well, we were blessed to have John.
A little of each.
A little of each. You're going to tell us more about that. We were blessed to have John Amodio on the show. He's a volunteer with SCORE. In fact, he's the first chairman or second chairman or something of that nature. Great guy, and we had a good show. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I'll send you the link anyway. He really explained to the local businesses about the services there. So I was happy to hear that you're a consultant with them. So Charlie's going to teach us now about digital business tools and marketing and how it can help our local businesses and small and mid-sized, I suppose.
Right.
And so please share, Charlie.
Okay, well, basically, I tried to put together a few tools for businesses that I thought would be valuable, would help business owners to improve efficiency, gain knowledge, market best practices, and get in touch with their audience and improve communication.
Perfect.
So I put together maybe about 20 tools. We'll see what we can get through.
Okay.
Go from there. So the first one is LibreOffice. And everybody knows Microsoft Office,
Yeah.
and it's a great product, but it does have a lot of licensing fees. And today, a lot of times you rent your software instead of buying it, so you end up paying monthly fees. LibreOffice is what I like to call open source. It's open source, which means that the software is not compiled and sealed, but you can actually edit it. So programmers love that kind of product. And part of it is that you can use it for free as long as you send your improvements to the people who designed it. But it's always in a flux of changing. So what happens is people submit their work, and the product improves on its own, almost in a communal way. So people do this for free, and they work together, and business owners can reap the rewards of it. So it's a great product as far as that's concerned. And so LibreOffice has spreadsheets and Word document type products. It's got databases, photo editing, and all of that included. Everything, almost everything that you would want from Microsoft Office, but it's free. So you can put this, you can use Microsoft Office, and you can use this for the people that don't use Office quite as much.
Okay.
There's quite a bit that can be done. I also have here Feedly.com, which is it's a life changer as far as
I've never heard of Feedly. What's Feedly?
Feedly is a feed, if you've ever heard of an RSS feed. What
Yeah.
it does is you can take your favorite websites, your favorite blogs, your favorite magazines, and have all of that channeled to one place on the web, and you can read it like a magazine. So, you can look at the New York Times, you can look at Staten Island Live, you can look at any of the other features, your favorite blog, your favorite website, and any articles that are there will come to you on one web page.
Wow, so
So-
you don't have to go with the mouse all over the place on the internet when you're on your computer. You just go to this one site every day.
And everything comes to you. No more paper, no more deliveries. Everything comes on your tablet, your phone, or your PC. And so it is a game changer. You can sit, have your cup of coffee, and look at your favorite art. And you can look at it by genre, so you can look at everything, or you can look at just
Top
art, or
news
just
or art
news, or whatever.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Very interesting.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, then you have Lynda.com is a company that for maybe $25 to $35 a month, you have hundreds, if not thousands, of lessons that you can take in little 2-minute bites. And the lessons may be 2 or 3 hours long. You can get a certificate at the end. And for things as simple as using Office products, using marketing products, learning about marketing, learning about software writing, code. You can, anything technically you'd like to learn, you can probably pick it up on lynda.com with a Y, Lynda.com, and it's probably one of the most inexpensive educations you can get.
But getting the certificate, will it help if someone's looking for a job to say that they've got
It's
these
not like an
certificates?
official certificate because you don't have to pass anything, but it's
Right.
kind of interesting. It'll help you to keep track of what you've learned. And so
Wow.
forth. So I recommend it highly to a lot of business owners. Don't have the time. They can sit in their pajamas and learn something instead
from
of going
home.
to a college course. It may not be the same as a college course, but it can give them the practical knowledge
The
they need.
practical that they can apply to every day in their business. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then Google has a lot of great products. One of them is google.com/alerts. So if you wanted to get information, gather it on the internet, and have it sent to your email on a periodic basis, you can literally just put in your Gmail address.
Right.
And then Google would send you, let's say I'm interested in my business, or I'm interested in my industry, or I'm interested in a specific category. Everything on that category or for that keyword could come to me right to my email.
As
on
an
a daily
example, what would you
basis.
do for yours?
So I might put in my own name to find out if there's any news on the internet, and I'll be alerted to it every morning.
About Better
right?
BizWorks.
It might be on web design. It might be on marketing. It might be on apps.
But you would type in your business name, Better BizWorks, or you would Charlie?
Could be on community television. Whatever it is, you give them your email address and the category or keyword that you want to look up, and everything will come to you.
Fantastic.
And it's free. Okay, so the next thing is Google Drive. When you open up a Google Gmail account,
See, this is what I have this, and it confuses me, and I don't know why I have it or what it's for. So please, and speak to the viewers as if you're speaking to me, because I'm sure other people have the same problem.
right, well, Google Drive allows you, if you have a Gmail account, once you have it, you can chat with people right from your Gmail account. You can actually either chat text-wise. You can chat by video chat, or you can also share your calendar with your employees. You can keep documents and spreadsheets up on the cloud, presentations, and then wherever you are, you can access them and gather the information.
So it's the cloud aspect to it that makes it exciting, in your opinion.
Well, it's the cloud aspect and the fact that everything is wherever you are. Today, you can access this from your phone, your tablet, your PC. If you were at a customer's home, you could borrow their PC and print a contract that you may have forgotten. You can work
Wow.
on a contract from your home when your partner is in their home.
Oh, and modify it
both
together.
of you can
Oh,
modify
I
it
love
and chat
that.
about it. So
Oh, that's
it's
fantastic.
And it's, again, for the most part, it's all free. There are commercial applications, but you can start off free. The third item is google.com/trends, and a lot of business owners come to me with ideas, and sometimes I ask, have you researched that? Do you really feel that there's a demand for that? Well, today, you can know if there's a demand. You can go to google.com/trends, and on this chart, basically I said, if you're a shoe store, we put in shoes, boots, sandals, and sneakers. Right?
Okay.
We know sneakers is an outdated word. But if
It
you
is?
wanted to, if you wanted
What do
to
we call
compare
them now?
now they're athletic shoes, running shoes, track shoes, whatever. But nobody looks up sneakers anymore. If you look
you
at the
could've-
colors,
you could've fooled
right?
me.
So as you can see, shoes is number one, and then boots is number two, and it's very cyclical. Of course, people buy
Seasonal.
their boots right in the winter, right? And then sandals we buy in the summer, and that's much lower than boots.
Right.
So you can see what the demands are and when the best time to advertise your product is. You can also see if the demand is in an uptrend or a downtrend and so forth, whether or not you should go into that business or whatever, or if you should carry a new line. All of this helps you to decide those things.
Thank you.
Great. And then Google Plus is it's a social media platform. What I like about Google Plus is it allows you to create circles. So today, if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, everybody sees what you post.
Yes.
So your family gets to see your business information, your
Business contacts.
competition can see what you do. But with circles, you can create acquaintances, friends, vendors, competition, whatever you want to create, and then you can send that message out to just the circles you want to receive.
To communicate to. So you can separate the target audience.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
And then Google Plus also offers something very interesting called Hangouts. So you can create a video hangout on Google Plus. You can actually create a video and invite everybody on Google Plus to watch that video live. So as you can see here, you have people that are actually, one person is talking at the top.
Okay.
You can have up to 10 people having a show or a conference.
Wait a second. Are you saying that conceivably Charlie and Angela and Peter and Don could be in different locations creating a video as they're speaking? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
What do we call this?
This is called Hangouts.
I love it.
So you can invite everybody
sorry
on
I'm
your...
laughing, but I didn't realize
it's
how
great
behind the
stuff.
times I was.
And so you can invite everybody on your social platform to watch your video, and you can have experts in the field all talking to each other. And then you can have thousands of people actually watching it that can't talk.
But it's also being recorded if you
And
wanted to.
then you can actually save it to YouTube. It's an interesting concept. It's something not a lot of people do. And what I recommend is that you open a Gmail account and you play with the chat on there in the videos, and then you move it to Google
Hangouts.
Plus once you get to use it.
Oh, so Hangouts is part of the plus.
Yes.
So who did you do it with, for instance, just as an example?
Well,
Or were you
first
just
I did it with
testing
friends. I do it with coworkers, employees, and then you move on to
That's just to
groups.
test it, to get used to
We've
doing
had
it.
entrepreneurial groups that I work with and so forth, and a lot of times we'll do roundtables and brainstorm with the video chat.
What
And
kind
we
of
don't
groups would
invite
be part of
anybody
that,
but
for
business
instance?
owners that want to help each other.
You might have some retailers come on, restaurant owners as an example, or is it by category, or how would you do that?
Well, usually it's all around because you get good ideas from every industry. So we try to make it, just people that are willing to contribute.
So can TV producers like the Hearts participate in something like that next time you
Absolutely,
do one?
sure,
That sounds great. Wow, thank you.
All right, no. Okay, and then I just wanted to mention a little bit about social media. So we talked about Google Plus, other platforms that business owners, most of them know about them, but they should be on them actively. Facebook seems like everybody knows about.
Yes.
But there's also Twitter, there's Instagram for your phones, and there's LinkedIn, more for business, B2B.
Yes.
But they're all great platforms that you can I'll tie a lot of these in together. So
Excuse me one second,
Yes.
though. I have Instagram. I opened an account, but I still don't know what the benefit of it is or what's the point in it. Why do we need it?
Well, Facebook started the trend, and then what wound up happening was the kids ran away from Facebook when their parents got on, and they moved to Instagram, which Facebook then bought.
Okay, but what does it do?
Well, it's really just a way to show pictures and put short messages on your phone from phone to phone.
But why
So
can't I just
it's
take
It's a cell phone platform.
Okay, but why can't I just take a picture, like I do sometimes, and send it by text by attaching it and send it to you?
You can, but
What
you
is- so
can't
what
share
is-
it with 1,000 people or 100,000 people at the same time.
Oh,
right?
so this allows multiple sharing because only
Anyone on
people...
Instagram that is
Gets it.
connected to you can see it.
Oh, that was ingenious. That was ingenious.
All right, so these are some of the major platforms that are out there, and then one of the tools that's available that allows you to tie Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter together, so that you can literally take one message and send it out to all three from Hootsuite. And Hootsuite is a product that allows you to do that. They charge a small fee monthly.
Like what? $20 or $10?
I think it's like $5.99,
Okay.
something around there. And what winds up happening is you can then post to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter at the same time. You can schedule your posts out separately or together, and you can also watch all the different platforms from one place.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excuse me, I want to go back to that program that's the Microsoft Word that has the Microsoft similar products. What is that called again? Libre?
Libre.
Libre. Can people send each other documents as an attachment
Yes.
if the other person doesn't have that program?
They can send it in Microsoft type format. So people with Microsoft or other products
compatible.
can actually open them, yes.
Because I was thinking about that, gee, I'd like to get that on one of my other computers where I don't have the Microsoft Office suite. So I'm sorry
Right.
to interrupt you, but I thought it was important. Thank you.
Well, no problem.
So now we're on.
Okay, so then we have also PixLR and PicMonkey, which are online photo editing products. Some of them are free, some of them have a small fee, but they are available out there for people to start out. Another product which is great for social media platforms is Canva.
What do they do?
Canva allows you, as you can see here, to make the picture edited items with messages on them online. Some of it is free, some of it there's a small fee for. You might pay $1 for a picture.
So you can take a picture that you think is relative important to your clients or whomever, and then type some message on it.
Right. Or you can get the pictures here, you can add the messages here in a nice, easy format. And it comes in handy, and they'll actually edit it to Twitter, to Facebook, to LinkedIn for their sizes. So they actually have
Because
templates
that's very
that make it easy.
confusing. I found that very difficult even. Sometimes they
be.
want, what do you call that little picture that comes up?
Thumbnail. But this helps you to edit items for your social media. And then a lot of people really like seeing infographics. People don't like to read anymore. So infographics are a great way to get your message across.
Yes.
And easel.ly instead of .com, easily, is a way to create infographics. There's over 500,000 users on this with 700,000 infographics.
Now, hold on. I have to pick your brain on this one. This
Yeah.
excites me because I put together a presentation recently, and I do like to have, can you put that up again, or can the camera people put that up again? I'm not sure. Yeah. I like to use those circles to communicate progression of steps.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to show this, and I need to show it on many presentations that I make. But I find that working with PowerPoint is a little bit unnerving at times.
Right.
And
Well, this
so,
might be for you. These are things I like. Other people may not like them, but they're items that you can use to make your life easier and actually.
so it's more user-friendly?
Yes,
these-
it should be.
Okay,
for you.
but- and then-
Everybody's different.
Yes. The other question I have is, what's with the .ly instead of .com?
It's just, there's many extensions, not
Right,
just
but is
every
this
country
has
has
this
an
become very
extension.
very
I don't know
popular now?
where the LY came in.
Is it
but,
popular or just?
No, but it works for easily, right? So I don't even know. It may be another country, LY.
Oh,
I'm not
easel,
sure.
sort of like an
Easily,
art easel.
Right. Right.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love words. I love the play on words there. That's great.
There you go. So a lot of businesses need to organize
Wow.
their business, and project management is one way to do it. So I came up with maybe 4, and all different but interesting ways to manage projects. So you have Podio and Asana, which are collaboration and project management websites that allow you to add users and then collaborate with each other. So I have a graphic designer that likes to use Podio, a programmer that likes to use Asana, and we use this for collaborative projects.
As an example, you might have a graphic artist that a client is using, and they're also using a writer, and they don't work together, but they can work together on this project.
They can. It can be done that way. We use it to work within our organization, and a lot of times that's the best way because most of the time businesses need help organizing the people in their organization. And this is a great way to do it. So Podio is one, Asana is another. If you like to use Gantt charts, which are kind of like timelines,
Okay.
you can use Gantt Project, Gantt Project. And then if you like whiteboards online, instead
Okay,
of
what does that mean
creating-
exactly? I've been told. A
whiteboard?
Yes, because I'm sure if I don't know about these things, I've heard
Okay.
them. And white paper. Please tell the viewers what this means because
Oh, well,
some people
a
don't know.
whiteboard is a big whiteboard that
Oh, a
you can
whiteboard,
use
yeah.
erasable marker
Oh,
on.
I thought there was
right?
something about the internet about
Right.
it, something
But
high tech.
A lot of people have whiteboards in their office. So
Yeah.
today that's almost like obsolete, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
still have one in my office.
Yeah.
But you can create a whiteboard online.
Okay.
And then you can share it with your employees or your customers.
Oh, so it's just like the old-fashioned one, only it's online.
Right.
Okay.
And
What
it's
about white
digital.
paper? What's that mean?
So,
Or did you wanna
well,
speak
white
on this
paper
first?
it has nothing to do with
No,
this.
no, I
White
know, but
people
that's something
write
I wanted
white
to ask you
papers.
about.
They're just to jot down business ideas and present them. That's a white
That's what
paper.
a white paper.
right?
Why don't they just?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's very
Could
simple.
be other ideas, but that's what it is.
Okay.
A whiteboard is well, Trello allows you to take kind of almost like sticky notes and put them on a whiteboard,
Okay.
assign them to people, add notes to them,
Oh, I
and then
love
move them
that.
around so you can create
Oh,
all
I
kinds of
love
things.
that. I can picture a lot of use
It's
for that.
it's for visual people because every one of these things does the same type of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
but they all do it differently. So you have people that are visual, people that write more, and so forth. And the right one you have to choose.
Yes.
But these are 4 that work very well. And this is what Trello looks like to kind of give you an idea.
Great.
And then we have sharing files. Today, you can share files on Google, through Google Plus, on Google Drive, on Google Drive. You can also use Dropbox or Droppler, where you can open an account. Most of the time, they're free. And then you can share with an email your files that you put up there because maybe they're too large to share through email. And you can put them on one of these products, either Droppler or Dropbox, and there are many others.
Good. Now, 1 second. See, I'm having a big problem. See, I'm so glad I'm meeting with you when you're giving me this advice for free,
Right.
because this Dropbox is driving me crazy. I'm sending. We're just, as you know, we're filming businesses with our. For websites, we're filming videos for websites, and I'm sharing them with the editors and the other people on the team, and I do it through Dropbox.
Right.
The problem is there's no organizational method on Dropbox. You might start a folder
Right.
called Angela's file,
Right.
and then I can't take all the pictures out of that and simultaneously send it to somebody. It's
You have
very
to
limited.
create-
I'm trying
You
to
should
say
create
it's-
a new file for
I do.
each
I've
set
tried
of
that.
people that you want to share with,
I've done that.
right?
And then when I go to open it, I can't easily, oh, I know, I'm having a problem downloading the whole thing at once. That's another issue. You can't download the whole file. But maybe
Gotta
we'll talk about
download
this
each item.
privately. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really, I find it limited. Do you think that Droppler would be better for me?
I like Dropbox, but everybody's different. I don't use Droppler that much, but I do know it works well. Some people really like it, and it's also pricing alternatives. Depending on what you do, you want to look at different products.
Can you, if you have Droppler, can you share with someone on Dropbox, or they both have to have the same?
You have to invite them in.
You have to invite them
Everybody, every company wants you to be part of their company,
Mm-hmm.
right? So.
And with Dropbox, do you personally have the business program one or the other one? There's like 3 levels. I have the middle one.
The free one is fine for me.
Really?
And the funny thing is, as you invite other people, sometimes they give you an incentive and they give you more space.
Right.
So I've never actually needed more space than the free product gives
Sure,
me.
sure. Interesting.
But everybody's
Thank you.
different.
Thank you. We'll talk
Videos are
privately.
big.
Oh, okay. You mean the
Right.
the amount of
The
terabytes
size,
that they
yeah,
use? The terabytes
yeah,
that they use?
yeah.
Maybe that's what the issue is. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay. So and then there's I like to use a free time clock. everybody has to maintain some type of record of time and
Yes.
hourly. Well, Time Clock Free allows my employees to log in on the web for free, and it punches a time clock and also allows them to manage their projects by time.
Perfect.
And that's free,
Thank you.
timeclockfree.com.
Beautiful. So we have about 2 more minutes left. So if you'd like to go through the through the presentation, the time has flown by. So go as fast as you want. And
Sure.
We'll just
Yeah,
skip
this
through.
is databases. So I just basically collected 5 that are pretty interesting.
Okay.
So you have Salesforce, Zoho, Jira, Basecamp, and vTiger. vTiger is free. The other ones there are fees for. But they're all different ways to either keep what they call a CRM, customer relationship management database,
Yes.
or a business database, a contact database. You can use any of these. Some of them have monthly fees, some of them, have other fees, and vTiger is free. And you can kind of look at these and see which database is right for you.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, terrific. How do you stay, as a business advisor, how do you stay on top of all these programs? There's so many of them.
Well, this is about 20-something digital business tools. I teach 200 business tools in some of my workshops and seminars. So I use most of them, or I've tried them. Some of them I like, some of them I like less. But I just look for the proper thing to organize my business, and I kind
it
of
works for you,
recommend
it
them
will
for
work for your
people if I like
clients.
them. So, yeah.
Gee, that's terrific. What would you say is the most important thing for a startup business to do immediately in terms of technology and digital business advice?
Well,
Take a minute, and then we're going to close.
most important thing for me is to create a plan and to work with that plan and then improve that plan. A lot of the organizations we talked about in the beginning of this program help businesses to do just that. Go and see one of these counselors and work with them, and they can help guide you to build a business plan if you're starting out a business. If you have an existing business that needs some help, they can help you with that.
People such as yourself, too, right? Your business.
Yeah, I don't do the counseling because I have a business. It's a bit of a conflict of interest.
Okay.
But I teach seminars and workshops instead. But these gentlemen, these people, ladies and gentlemen, that's what they do.
Like
They're
at
out
SCORE,
there
for instance, or
to help.
SCI
When
okay.
SBDC,
Yes.
SCORE, West Brighton Development Center, which is now called CyBox, Staten Island
Yes.
Business Outreach Center, New York City Business Solutions also. And they all have counselors and programs that can help them for free. So definitely go out and take advantage of that because it's wonderful stuff.
Terrific. Thank you so much for coming on this show. Viewers, we just got a lot of really helpful and important information about digital business tools, and I can't thank you enough. This has been really fascinating. The time flew by, and I know
Thank
that
you.
people will appreciate
too.
watching this and learning from you, and please come on the show again.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers, for watching. We're on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, Channel 34. Bye-bye. Hello again, and thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. And if you have any thoughts or concerns or ideas for a show or questions, please contact us. Our information is below. And remember, we want to know what's on your heart.